Namaskar, I am Shivani and a new postcard has arrived. Raksha Bandhan is a popular traditionally Hindu annual ceremony which is symbolic of the love between a brother and a sister in Hindu culture. On this day, sisters of all ages tie a talisman or amulet called the Rakhi around the wrists of their brothers, symbolically protecting them, receiving a gift in return, and traditionally investing the brothers with a share of the responsibility of their potential care. Raksha Bandhan is observed on the last day of the Hindu lunar calendar month of Shravan, which typically falls in August. The expression Raksha Bandhan in Sanskrit literally means the bond of protection, obligation, or care is now principally applied to this ritual. Until the mid-20th century, the expression was more commonly applied to a similar ritual also held on the same day, with precedents in ancient Hindu texts in which a domestic priest ties amulets, charms, or threads on the wrists of his patrons or changes their sacred thread and receives gifts of money. In some places, this is still the case. In contrast, the sister-brother festival with origins in folk culture had names which varied with location, with some rendered as Silono and Rakhi. A ritual associated with Silono includes the sisters placing shoots of barley behind the ears of their brothers. Of special significance to married women, Raksha Bandhan is rooted in the practice of territorial or village exogamy, in which a bride marries out of her natal village or town, and her parents by custom would invite her back to their parental home for tying Rakhi. In rural North India, where village exogamy is strong, a large number of married Hindu women travel back to their parents' home every year for the ceremony. Their brothers, who typically live with the parents or nearby, sometimes travel to their sister's married home to escort them back. Many younger married women arrive a few weeks earlier at their natal homes and stay until the ceremony. The brothers serve as lifelong intermediaries between their sisters' married and parental homes, as well as potential custodians of their security. Important in the great tradition is chapter 137 of the Uttar Parv of the Bhavishya Puran, in which the Hindu god Krishna describes to Yudhishthir the ritual of having a Raksha thread tied to his right wrist by the royal priest, the Raj Purohit, on the Purnima of the Hindu lunar calendar month of Shravan. In the crucial passage, Krishna says, Parth applied to any of the three sons of Kunti, also Pritha, in particular Yudhishthir. When the sky is covered with clouds and the earth dark with new tender grass, in that very Shravan month's full moon day at the time of sunrise, according to remembered convention, a Brahmin should take a bath with perfectly pure water. He should also, according to his ability, offer libations of water to the gods, to the paternal ancestors, as prescribed by the Vedas for the task required to be accomplished before the study of the Vedas, to the sages, and as directed by the gods, carry out and bring to a satisfactory conclusion the Shraddh ceremony to honor the deceased. That very day, in the early afternoon between noon and 3 p.m., it is commended that a small parcel or bundle or packet be prepared from a new cotton or silk cloth and adorned with whole grains of rice or barley, small mustard seeds, and red ochre powder, and made exceedingly wondrous, be placed in a suitable dish or receptacle. The Purohit should bind this packet on the king's wrist with the words, I am binding Raksha or protection to you with the same true words with which I bound Mahabali, king of the Asuras. Always stay firm in your resolve. Now, in urban India, where families are increasingly nuclear, the festival has become more symbolic but continues to be highly popular. The rituals associated with this festival have spread beyond their traditional regions and have been transformed through technology and migration, the movies, social interactions, popular songs, and family traditions. Today, it is an excuse to get together with your extended family and share moments of love, nostalgia, and bond harmony. Among women and men who are not blood relatives, there is also a transformed tradition of voluntary kin relations achieved through the tying of Rakhi amulets, which have cut across caste and class lines. We also know that in the epic Mahabharat, Draupadi tied Rakhi to Lord Krishna's hand so that he helps her at the hours of need. And of course, Lord Krishna helps her when she was being humiliated in the court of the Kauravas. When no one else came to her rescue, even her husband's Krishna, her brother, her namesake brother, came to the rescue. Now there are many popular stories related to Rakhi. One is that Ganesha, who had two sons Shubha and Labh, the two boys became frustrated that they have no sister to celebrate Raksha Bandhan with. So they asked their father Ganesha for a sister, but to no avail. Finally, Saint Narad appears, who persuades Ganesh that a daughter will enrich him as well as his sons. So Ganesha agreed and created a daughter named Santoshi Ma by divine flames that emerged from Ganesha's wives Riddhi and Siddhi. Thereafter, Shubh Labh had a sister named Santoshi Ma, literally meaning goddess of satisfaction, to tie Rakhi over Raksha Bandhan. While Raksha Bandhan is celebrated in various parts of South Asia, different regions mark the day in different ways. In the state of West Bengal, this day is also called Jhulan Purnima. Prayers and puja of Krishna and Radha are performed there. Sisters tie Rakhi to brothers and wish immortality. Offices, friends, schools to colleges, street to palace celebrate this day with a new hope for a good relationship. In Maharashtra, among the Koli community, the festival of Raksha Bandhan or Rakhi Purnima is celebrated along with Narali Purnima, which is the Coconut Day festival. Kolis are the fishermen community of the coastal state. The fishermen offer prayers to Varun, the Hindu god of sea, to invoke his blessings. As part of the rituals, coconuts were thrown into the sea as offerings to Varun. In the region of North India, mostly Jammu, it is a common practice to fly kites on the nearby occasions of Janmashtami and Raksha Bandhan. It's not unusual to see the sky filled with kites of all shapes and sizes on and around these two dates. The locals buy kilometers of strong kite string, commonly called as gattu door in the local language, along with a multitude of kites. In Haryana, in addition to celebrating Raksha Bandhan, people observe the festival of Salono. Salono is celebrated by priests solemnly tying amulets against evil on people's wrists. As elsewhere, sisters tie threads on brothers with prayers for their well-being, and the brothers give her gifts promising to safeguard her. In Nepal, Raksha Bandhan is referred to as Janai Purnima or Rishitarpani and involves a sacred thread ceremony. It is observed by both Hindus and Buddhists of Nepal. The Hindu men change the thread they wear around their chest or Janeyu, while in some parts of Nepal, girls and women tie Rakhi on their brother's wrists. The Raksha Bandhan, like brother-sister festival, is observed by other Hindus of Nepal during one of the days of the Tihar festival. The festival is observed by the Shaiva Hindus and is popularly known in Newar community as Gunhu Puni. In Odisha, this Raksha Bandhan is also called Rakhi Purnima or Gamha Purnima. On this day, birthday of Lord Balabhadra is celebrated in Odisha, and he is considered as the god of farming in Odisha. Rakhis are tied to cattle by the farmers, and that's why this festival is called Gamha Purnima in Odisha. So one festival and so many different manifestations. Wishing you all a very, very happy Raksha Bandhan. I hope the eternal bond of brothers and sisters stays alive forever. Thank you for watching Postcards from Bharat. Namaskar.